All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Waking Up with Waffles, the series where we get up early in the morning and play video games. This morning, we are back at Helldivers 2 because the world is on fire. We have made the creator of Helldiver, Joel, we have made him very, very mad by saying that his bots were too easy. And so he has punished us for our hubris with a horrific update full of all sorts of very angry, very flamey bots. And it has been the most fun I've had in Helldivers in a few months. Like this update has been amazing. So we are going to enjoy the Helldivers 2 update. We're going to talk about those updates. We're going to do all sorts of fun things this morning. And then we're gonna go to work because we're all adults and that's what we do, right? Like, oh, it's Wednesday, my dudes, which means unfortunately we have to get up and go to work. So I appreciate y'all joining me this morning. Hello, hello, hello. I hope that it is, at least we can brighten your day a little bit, right? Like, hopefully we can make the day a little bit more enjoyable before you have to go into work and deal with it all. So here we go. I am in my flame armor since all the enemies are bringing the flamethrowers. We want to be able to handle that problem. In the background, I have a new video loading. I made it this morning. I slapped it together really quick so we can talk about the bots and the horrors people are about to see. Very excited. They now have factory striders, like giant factory striders that make other factory striders, stratagem jammers slapped to the back of them, wandering convoys, flamethrower troops, hulks that lob grenades, and devastators with shotguns. Like they have gone all out on this patch, and I am here for it. And then on top of it all, tomorrow we get the cowboy information, the cowboy war bond. So we get to see all the new fun toys that will come. We get a laser revolver. We get a lever action rifle. We get a hover pack. So a lot of fun stuff, a lot of fun toys coming. So I'm very excited to play with that tomorrow. I'm excited for this week to be over, to be honest, but we still got 2 more days. Well, 3 more days. I don't work on Fridays, so 2 more days for me, 3 more days for y'all. So here we go. I'm going to try out the laser cannon on these guys. I didn't take it last time because I felt that maybe the laser cannon wouldn't handle the flame troops all that well. I think I'm right, but there's only one way to be certain, right? And that is to actually go out and try it. So we are going to actually go out and try the laser cannon against this horrible group of bots. I think I see a jammer close to us, so I don't know if that will go off, but let's see if we can. Yeah, that's not going to go off. And there's a factory strider right there. Okay, so this is a rough start already. We've got a whole base full of dudes and a jammer right next to it. That is going to make it difficult. So let's go take out the jammer first. Welcome in and good morning, everyone. I bet I can jump jet right up to it. With a good jump jet, I bet I can make this. So let's see if I can line this up. Let's see if we can do this. Let's first take out that guy. Take out that guy. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. Oh, hey. Okay. Not the smoothest landing in the world, but we... Well, that sucks. I jump jetted over here to take this jammer down, and someone blew up the thing on me and ruined the whole plan. So good job, allies, on wrecking that whole whole thing I had going. You ruined it. That would have been a perfect play. Well, let's see if we can go fix this mess. That would have that was a very impressive jump, ruined by someone else. You can see right there. So there's the Hulks that are now lobbing the grenades at people, which is a fun new addition to the game that people are experiencing for the first time. And there is the ragdolling. The ragdolling is back in full effect. That was a bad grenade. Let's try again. Okay, I think we got him that time. You're a GAM. Do I dare ask what that acronym means? we know better than to ask about acronyms on the internet, right? All right, come on, stop climbing. Grab the jump jet. Now let's shut this jammer down. Or they could just blow it up like that. Okay, well that was a huge waste multiple ways, but if it works, I guess. Yeah, these guys definitely make it harder to hit them with the laser. Like before, you could just laser down these Hulks pretty easily, but now that they actually have a little bit of fight in them, it's a lot harder to hit them with the laser, which definitely makes this strategy less effective. Let's get out of my way, dude. Ran right in front of my laser. All right, let's see how the shield does against... Oh, well, I guess he failed to hit it. I do enjoy a bowl of ramen. I won't deny it. I do enjoy ramen occasionally. English or Spanish? Mostly English. I can, to at least a small degree, I can understand some Spanish when I read it, but I cannot speak it at all. Definitely no skill there. I took remedial, like, basic Spanish in high school, Spanish 1 and 2, and I was actually pretty good at it. And then for my job, I had to learn Spanish, so I was pretty good at Spanish for a while, but it's one of those use it or lose it, right? And I stopped using it, so I lost it, unfortunately. And that is definitely a regret that I have. I do wish that I still had some of my Spanish speaking ability, because it is a useful skill. That is a lot of enemies we got all at once. See if we can blow up that tank. I see something's eye right over there. I don't think I can quite hit it, but let's try. Let's try and hit its eye from here. No, we were missing the eye, but that's okay. We can make this work. We can do this. These new Flame Devastators do not play around. They are out for blood. As you can see, the whole standing still and shooting does not work on these guys nearly as well. But I like it. I like the difficulty. I like the changes that they made to this. So please keep this difficulty, Arrowhead. Please make us suffer. Make the game harder. We like the challenge. We like the difficulty. There's the new flamethrower units. Those guys are also monsters, so got to be careful of them. They also increase their accuracy overall, so you'll see you actually get hit a lot more in this game as well. They definitely are not playing around. They went full, okay, you said it was too easy? Bet. Here you go. Here is difficulty for all of you. Alright, let's go. It looks like our teams are split. I don't necessarily know that the split team is a good strategy, at least like on Predators. You definitely want to stick together. I don't know how two of us will do, but we're gonna give it a shot here. We will try. Alright, let's see if we can hit that eye. Come on. Come on. Yes. Alright, this is a problem as well. We've got a stratagem jammer and we've got a flaming eye of Sauron. So this is going to be a little bit of a problem. That's okay. Let's see if we can clean some of these guys out. And we'll just jump jet up there and hopefully take it out. Hopefully they won't explode the factory on me again and mess up the plan. Actually, I don't know if I can get up there, honestly. Oh, hey. Okay, we did it. Okay, where did the hell bomb bounce off to? Because it certainly did not call in. All right, let's take this down. Those units are spawning too fast. Oh, it looks like there's a jammer that's also in effect here, so that's going to be a problem. That is going to impact our ability to destroy this. I should be able to make this work, though. Yeah, right there. That should be enough to make this work. No, don't reinforce them right here. I'm calling in the hell bomb. It's not a good idea.
Northeast, 200 meters. Engaging terminal. Hell bomb armed. Clear the area.
All right.
Say hello to democracy.
Another objective down. See if we can pop his eye. Apparently we cannot. Our aim is just awful this morning. I don't know what it is, but my aim is just atrocious today. Ooh. Oh, the ragdoll. We can do this. Come on. Go down. There we go. That guy's down. Destroy that so we don't get ragdolled. Just a few more enemies and we got this. Okay. Let's shut it down. We need a stim. Stim me. Yo, stims.
I need stim.
Hit me with the stim. Thank you. Pikachu, good morning. How's it going today?
Dropship fire.
Oh boy, Factory Strider. That is bad news for us. Hurry up.
Engaging terminal.
Okay, well we got the strat. We got it taken down. So at least now we can call in the stuff that we need. Oh, your bread? Why the name changed? Decide for something new? Going on a Pokemon kick? All right, what are we doing over here? Where did you all call me in? Little ways away from where we were, but okay.
Requesting tac pack. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Oh, and right next to the problem there. Sorry, bro. I guess they want to go over here, so I guess we're gonna go Guess we're gonna go do the main objective for a second. Looks like that is what they want to do. So at least we shut down the jammer, so when we go back it should be a little bit better. Alright, what is shooting at us? That doesn't look like that was one of the big things. That doesn't look like those turrets are looking at me, but something is blasting me from somewhere, so that is obviously a problem. We'll have to go back and deal with that. Yeah, you were the perfect bread, so why'd you change to Pikachu? You just in a Pokemon mood now? Just love Pokemon? Pikachu's your favorite Pokemon? Respectable. Respectable. I too love Pokemon. I am really hoping that the next Pokemon game that they launch is better than Scarlet and Violet. I definitely hope Legends ZA does something new, adds a little bit to the series, and gives us some good stuff. If nothing else, like, it looks like it's going to launch on the Switch, which I'm a little disappointed. I want it to come out on the Switch too, but I understand, you know, it's the new Pokemon game. They want everyone to play it, so I understand that they're not going to launch it as an exclusive for the Switch too, for money reasons. But I do hope that it runs better, or at least the backwards compatibility makes it run good on the Switch too, because the performance of Scarlet and Violet was just so bad. Yes, I see you, dude. I see you throwing.
Thrower sucks against these guys. Too much fire.
There we go. Ooh. It's either Pikachu or Eevee. I am a huge fan of Eevee. I wish we would get some new evolutions. I would like to see an evolution for every typing, right? I want to see some new evolutions. I know that we already have a lot, but I'd like to see a ghost Eevee. I really enjoy a ghost type Eevee. I think would be a lot of fun. So that's I'm really hoping for a ghost Eevee or a dragon Eevee next, or a poison. Actually, you know, I take that back. A ghost or a poison Eevee would be excellent. That's what I'd like to see. Come on. Now is not the time for bad aim. Well, apparently it is the time for bad aim. Okay. We're running. We're running. Yeah, Dragon Eevee would be cool. There's so many more Eevees they can do. Like, again, I know that we already have a lot of evolutions, but I definitely feel like we can get more evolutions. Give us more.
Calling in reinforcements.
Like, I'm going to say something I'm going to immediately contradict. I'm going to say that you can never have too many Pokemon, but also the way that they balance Pokemon is bad. Like, we do have too many Pokemon in the sense of, like, there's very clearly winning Pokemon, there's very clearly, like, competitive Pokemon, and there's Pokemon that they just don't care about, that don't have great stats. And I wish they would find a better way to distribute stats, or at least make it so that you can use more Pokemon in, like, competitive settings and all that sort of thing, where it's not just like, okay, well, this is the pseudo legendary, so it's the most powerful, and if you don't use that, then you're just gonna feel less powerful the entire run. Like, that doesn't feel good. And I get that not every Pokemon can have the same stats. I just wish they'd give you more control maybe over the stats and less hidden stuff, like the whole, like, oh, there are hidden stats like IVs, and this is how you IV train and all that. Like, unless you're a serious Pokemon nerd, you're not going to know about any of that, and you're not going to care about any of that, right? So I wish they could find a better balance for that. I'm also hyped for... Hey, let's see. I need to hear this.
I'm on it.
The other way, the other way, the other way. You're gonna go all the way around.
We're going all the way
Hey,
around.
bro.
Oh. Bro, it could have taken you 2 seconds. Not even.
There we go. Apparently, Digimon has made a patent or some sort of information about a new game coming for Digimon, and it looks like they're gonna try and beat Pokemon Go with like a Digimon Go, and I feel like they could definitely do well, especially since Pokemon Go just sold to a different company, and everyone's scared that Pokemon Go is just going to become a cash grab as if it wasn't already. So I'm definitely excited to see what we can get out of
Dropship. Calling down fortifications.
out of a Digimon Go if they innovate. There's been definitely a problem with a lot of the mobile games, and Go games have done zero innovation and just said, okay, well, we copied Pokemon Go, and that's good enough. Like Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is one of my favorite game series. I wish I could play it more, but it keeps crashing. But like the Monster Hunter Monster Hunter Go was just a Pokemon ripoff. Like it was the same thing. Like they could have innovated. They could have done so much more with it, but it just felt like playing Pokemon Go, but with monsters from Monster Hunter, right? Like I hate that when something's popular, everyone just tries to copy it and no one tries to make it better. Why is everything on fire? So they added a new fire brigade to Helldivers 2. So all these robots now have flamethrowers equipped to them. They lob flaming grenades. They have flaming shotguns. So everything is on fire in this new patch. All right, we're gonna do something stupid here. We're gonna jetpack and throw.
To the sky. Orbital inbound.
All right, hopefully that throw works. That did not work. That was terrible. that was stupid and terrible, and it missed.
You will never destroy our way of life.
But we had fun with it, right? Sounds dangerous. It is. There's a lot of people are absolutely getting wrecked by this new update because these bots are more dangerous than ever. There's the flame grenades they're lobbing. You can see those in the air. It definitely feels more like Helldiving. You are right. It definitely feels like being in the depths of hell. Although, you know, there's a lot of debate over whether or not like the actual fires of hell are literal. There's definitely some Bible translations out like the fires of Gehenna, and then there's some people who say, oh, that was just like a burning garbage pit outside the city. And the truth is, we of course don't fully know. However, what we do know is that it is a separation from God. So the pain isn't necessarily like a physical fire that burns you, but rather a separation from God that is the torture and torment. And it's interesting because fire is often seen biblically, like you have the purifying fires and the things that cleanse through, so it's not always seen as a bad thing. So it's interesting that we've like had this pervasive image of like, oh, it's the red pitchfork devil who will keep you in a cauldron and poke you with a stick, when that's not necessarily supported. In fact, the whole like the God will smite you with a lightning bolt seems to be more based off of like Zeus and Greek mythology than anything else. So it's kind of interesting how those things are pervasive, even if they're not necessarily true. But of course, when has the truth stopped anyone from saying or doing anything, you know, right? Like, who cares if it's true or not? I saw it on the internet. That's all that matters. So there's some interesting discussion to be had around all those things. All right, fortress down. Burns do hurt. That do be the truth.
Package acquired.
All right. I don't know how far we're actually going to make it with this package, but we're going to try. If a female Mr. Mime evolved, would it still be a Mr. Mime or a Mrs. Mime? It seems like they don't actually know what they're doing with Pokemon gender, at least in the early games, right? Because like if you go back to the first generation of Pokemon Red and Blue, like they had the Nidorans and the Nidorinas, so it seemed like there was at least some want to have genders separated out. And then like in the newer versions, you of course have like the Salazzles that only evolve if they are female. I think same with the Beacombs. So like it seems like they don't fully know what they want to do, because Mr. Mime has not changed, but they have made those changes for other Mons. So you would think that they would give us a Mrs. Mime or a specific evolution to that or something, but I don't think they've made up their mind. And I think Mr. Mime is such a niche Pokemon. Like, how many people's favorite Pokemon is really Mr. Mime? There's not a whole lot of love for Mr. Mime, so I imagine they just let Mr. Mime sit in the background and say, if we don't talk about it, then we don't have to deal with it. I kind of feel like that's where we're at. All right, let's grab this. And we're getting out of here. And we're getting out of here. And we're running. And we're running. And we're on fire. There we go. Dexter, of course you like Mr. Mime. That is a very Dexter thing of you to like the Mr. Mime. Strangely enough, though, he got like was it the Galileo form, the Galil form or whatever? Like they got the Charlie Chaplin version of Mr. Mime. Pikachu set him on fire, Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu was very good, and I'm very glad we're getting another Detective Pikachu movie. I really enjoyed Detective Pikachu. I will say, though, I hope they do not give out limited edition cards again. People have proven time and time again they cannot be responsible with Pokemon cards, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the Pokemon cards. Like, there was a Van Gogh exhibit that was giving out custom Pikachu cards with a felt Van Gogh hat for a event they were doing at a museum, and scalpers went in and bought them all and caused problems with it, which meant kids couldn't get it. And like, I remember going to Pokemon Movie 2000 that I absolutely loved, and I was super hyped to get the Pokemon cards with it, but the scalpers and all that have just ruined it so much for everyone. So
There's a fucking little machine gun.
Reinforcing.
I'm just hoping that isn't the case here. We're done with the scalpers. We're done with the people. Like the fact that they've updated the machines to like give a limited amount, distribute a limited amount of things because of how many scalpers go to the machine. It'll sit there for 10 hours and purchase every single thing out of the vending machine to go scalp. Like, there's clearly a problem with scalpers, and they just need to get rid of the whole thing.
Have a taste of democracy.
All right, let's take that down. Don't forget to subscribe and like the stream. No, I can't say that. It'll upset Dexter if I say don't forget to like and subscribe. I do dislike, though, like there's been studies on that, right? And there's been a lot of studies that show that makes a difference. If you simply say don't forget to like and subscribe, or please subscribe to me, or if you enjoy the content, it simply reminding someone to like and subscribe will increase your amount of likes and subscribe by like 30%.
Wasn't this mission starting on like?
And like, that's so frustrating to me that you basically have to beg for it to happen. and it actually works. I never want to be that guy, right? But at the same time, the studies are there. It says that people forget that they can like and subscribe, and all you gotta do is say like and subscribe, and they will. So it's a really weird, position to be in, where it's like, I don't want to beg for likes and subscribes. I want people to come and enjoy the content that they want to enjoy, but studies show that I have to remind people to do it, or they're just not going to do it. So it's like a balance. I did fall for Funko for a while. I definitely have a few Funko Pops myself, and I have deep regret for having those Funko Pops, especially with how much I talk about like plastic waste and having things that are just going to end up in landfills. Funko Pops are going to be the shame of our generation when all the millennials are passing away in 30, 40, 50 years, whatever it may be. We are going to have thousands upon thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Funko Pops going into landfills because they're worthless garbage, and that's what they're going to be. It is a colorful piece of plastic that you set on your shelf until you pass away, because our kids aren't going to want those, and then they'll just end up in the garbage, like the little Hummel figures, or is that what they're called, Hummels, or the Faith and Hope, or whatever those figurines are. That's what the Funko Pops are going to be for our generation. Bubbles here, hello. Same thing with like the China tea sets, right? Like all of our parents wanted a China cabinet and a China hutch and China dishes that we never use, that just sit there, and now as they're passing away and selling their estates and all those sort of things, millennials don't want those. We don't have room or space for those, and so it just ends up in antique stores and just taking up space. Definitely regret my Funko Pops. I have no idea what you're talking about. They're like the little, they're very specific figurine. They're like, they have big heads, and they're typically like a really cutesy boy and girl, and they're set in different like, they'll be like, oh look, it's Oktoberfest, and they're in little lederhosen, or like, oh look, they're playing a harp, or look, they're holding hands, or they're buying a pie. Like, it's a very specific thing, and I don't know the name of it, but even it's so big and pervasive. South Park made fun of it. Like, it's a very specific thing, and I wish Emmy was here, so she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Those little figures.
Parking extraction. Package acquired. Pelican 1 preparing to depart.
All right, we made it.
Pelican 1 beginning.
Let us get off the flaming planet. Holy cow, that was a lot of fire.
See, now the sun's coming up again. I don't get it.
Liberty has seen you through.
That's true.
It's kind of like the other thing that I hate that I love, because it's so frustrating. I can't remember the brand. They do the miniatures. Like, we just found them in the store the other day. They come like, they're miniature books. You can get these like little mini books, and they make little mini like Target figures, and they make little mini store brands and all sorts of amazing. And I love, yes, Precious Moments. That's what the Precious Moments. Exactly what I'm talking about. You got it, Dex. The Precious Moments is what I am talking about. But I love miniatures. But the thing is, like, I'm gonna buy that miniature, and it's just gonna sit there until it goes in the garbage, and it's just gonna contribute to plastic waste. Like, and it comes in a ball of plastic, wrapped in plastic, and when you open it up, it's individually in plastic that you have to open up. And it's such a egregious use of resources on Earth that I can't buy them anymore. I love them; they make me happy, but I can't sacrifice Earth's resources and put children in labor camps so that I can buy a minifigure that I'll look at and say, oh, that's cute, that's a minifigure, and I'll put it on my shelf, and it'll just sit there for 10,000 years until it finally biodegrades, right? Like, I can't contribute to that. All right, we're gonna do spread democracy. This is gonna be a tough one. Here we go. The Precious Moments are cute, but they just sit there, right? Like, that is the problem. They just sit there. Also, speaking of South Park, South Park did a whole bit making fun of a Jimmy Buffett song called Cheeseburger in Paradise. And I did not realize that was a real song. Like, I didn't realize that was a real song, but it is fully a real song. And I heard it for the first time yesterday, and I was just like, what is this song? Right? Like, it was the most corny song I think I've heard in a while. Oh, okay. Okay, now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into the thick of it. I was watching King of the Hill the other day. Love King of the Hill. And they were doing this thing about a competition for a band called No Doubt to come play at one of the schools as a part of the TV show. I did not realize that No Doubt was a real band, but then like later that same day, this was like things that like how does this coincidence happen? So I watched an episode on No Doubt. I was like, oh, it's a fake band. It's a made up band from King of the Hill. And then someone on the radio was talking about Gwen Stefani and how Gwen Stefani is like apparently really hated because she is really, really Catholic, which I had no idea. And they were talking about her time in No Doubt. And I was like, wait a second. No Doubt is a real band? Like, I thought that was a made up King of the Hill thing. What do you mean that's a real thing? So I got to learn that No Doubt is a real thing. Oh, I missed. I have no idea how I didn't know that No Doubt was a real thing, you know? Like, I'd never heard them. I still don't really understand who Gwen Stefani is or why she's famous, though. So if someone can explain Gwen Stefani to me, I would definitely be appreciative of that, because I'm not sure I really fully understand who she is, why she's famous, and why people care or don't care. Who hates Gwen Stefani? So apparently Gwen Stefani is super Catholic and way more on the right-wing side, and so obviously that upsets a lot of people on the other side of the political spectrum / the anti-religion spectrum. So that apparently people hate Gwen Stefani because of that. Holla Back Girl? No, that Holla Back Girl is like Spice Girls or Avril Lavigne. Like, that's a different singer. You're not going to get me with that. That is a different one.
Calling down fortification.
Boom. It's kind of like also like Pamela Anderson keeps popping up like on my feeds and timelines and stuff, and like, who is Pamela Anderson and why is she famous? Like, I get, like, I'm pretty sure she was like on MTV or something like in the 70s, but like, why are people still talking about her now? Like, you're gonna make Tex leave.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver to combat zone.
I just saw, oh, whoa, right on top of me. Fire shotgun. Oh, they're right on top of me. Oh, they're right here. Don't play with me, Charles. It's too early in the morning. I'm not playing with you. I don't know these people. I know Avril Lavigne did Skater Boy, right? Like that was her big hit. But I don't know Pam Anderson. I don't know Gwen Stefani. I don't know No Doubt. Oh, so there's the convoy. So this is the first time we get to see the convoy of things. in the 70s. Why are you doing this? Like, that's... I know that I don't have a great reference of time. I get that, but like, wasn't that when MTV was big? MTV was like the 70s to 80s? Like, because everyone said MTV fell off after like the mid 80s to late 80s, right? So if she was famous from MTV, then it had to be the 70s to early 80s because everyone hates MTV after that. All right, let's see if we can blow off some of their weapons at least to make them a little bit more bearable to fight. Pamela was on Baywatch? I've never seen Baywatch, and I'm pretty sure Baywatch was the 70s too, right? Like, okay, that guy's still got a very dangerous cannon. We need to hide. Oh boy, we're getting ragdolled around. Okay, my anti-tank emplacement is back, so we can use this to take some of these guys out if we can get to a good spot. Let's see, right there should be good. And we're jammed right there, of course. Come on.
Sending in an eagle.
All right, this is gonna be risky, but we're gonna see if we can make this work. Okay, let's knock this guy down. All right, here we go. I need to sit down. Oh boy, they're calling in reinforcements, so this probably isn't gonna work, but we're gonna try. All right, we're risking it all. We're risking it all. We just need to blow up the convoy. I don't know what happened. I am inside the tank right now. I am one with the tank. I am no longer one with the tank. I need to sit down. Like, I know that my pop culture stuff is bad, but I know that I know a little bit of stuff. Like, Baywatch was like the slow motion lifeguards running on the beach TV show that everyone makes fun of. Like, I know Baywatch. I never watched it, but I couldn't tell you a single person on it. Apparently Pamela Anderson was on it. That's all I could tell you about Baywatch. But it's ancient. It's like, Baywatch is old enough that if you said that Baywatch was one of the first TV shows that was fully in color from like, it moved over from the black and white era, I would believe you. Like, Baywatch is ancient. So... I guess it makes sense now. Actually, this is going to be really dumb, but there's a... So this is... Okay, I got to figure out how I'm going to tell this story. There's a show called Dan Versus that I really like. And in that show, they talk about how Dan has a really, really unique set of knowledge. And no one knows what he knows and doesn't know. And they use the example of, like, they say, hey, who built Mount Rushmore? And he's able to answer that. And they're like, okay, but where is it? He's like, I don't know, France or something. So in Futurama, in the episode where Fry becomes super rich, and he's talking about working at Panucci's Pizza, and his pin is the same as a large pizza and drink from Panucci's Pizza, and they going back in time to get his pin from him. They grab the head of Pamela Anderson to be the actress to convince him to give the pin, and she says that, well, he'll recognize me from Baywatch, the movie. And they say, well, it hasn't been invented yet. It's like he doesn't know that I got an Emmy for being in Baywatch, the movie, the first movie to be entirely shot in slow motion. And okay, so that makes sense why she says that now, because she was in Baywatch. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to me now. That weird, obscure joke that for some reason I can remember that. I don't know who Pamela Anderson is, but I can tell a joke from Futurama from 10 years ago that's somehow relevant. My my knowledge of pop culture is spotty.
Liberty return. Flight loaded.
That also, my work found out my embarrassing secret. They found out my embarrassing secret of how bad I am at pop culture because someone was talking about watching a John Wayne movie where he goes to Ireland and like he punches somebody too hard and they don't get back up, and so he moves to Ireland to live out his shame as in Ireland. I don't know. And like, silly me, I thought John Wayne just did westerns, and like, no, John Wayne did like all sorts of movies. I was like, I get that I'm like old, I'm young enough that like I've never seen a John Wayne movie, but I'm pretty sure he just did westerns. So I learned that he's not just a western dude. I did see though they did a remake of a John Wayne movie, right? They did True Grit with Rooster Cogburn, and that was really good. I've never seen the original, but I really like the True Grit remake, so maybe I should go back and watch some John Wayne. Yeah, that's what I know John Wayne from. I'm Family Guy generation. I know John Wayne from the Family Guy skit where he's like, "This is my impression of John Wayne at the first Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Pilgrim. This is my impression of John Wayne at your birthday. Happy birthday, Pilgrims." Like, that's what I know John Wayne from Family Guy. And I guarantee you, give it another 10 years, and I'm pretty sure that like most kids will believe that John Wayne wasn't a real person and was just a Family Guy skit. Or maybe that's just me. I could use some supplies. I need some stems. Oh, please. Thank you. Same, though. Honestly, I feel like Family Guy has probably done more for like pop culture knowledge and people learning about obscure like commercials and obscure actors and other things than most things, because they reference so many quote old people things, you know? Oh, we're on fire.
Reporting to the front.
Ooh. That shotgun one-shot me. Apparently you don't want to be that close to a shotgun, apparently. We've learned something today.
Point me to the enemy.
We have learned shotguns hurt.
Security secured.
This boy is on fire. All right. I know this one. That's a play on the song This Girl Is on Fire, and that was a song made for the Hunger Games, yeah?
300 meters.
Because Katniss is the girl who's on fire. Gonna get a snack? That's right, you're on like the opposite time zone of me. It's like 8 o'clock at night where you're at, isn't it? Which, speaking of Hunger Games, I've never seen it. I need to watch it. Katniss is like the worst name ever. Can we all agree that Katniss is like the worst fantasy name of all time? I think we can all agree on that. I'm shocked you got it, and no, it was made for Alicia Keys' daughter.
Near your position.
Okay, Alicia Keys. I'm pretty sure Alicia Keys is like Avril Lavigne and Spice Girls, right? She was like that brand genre of girl from the 80s, 90s. I could not name an Avril Lavigne song, so don't ask me to. But I'm pretty sure she was that era of musician.
Calling down fortifications.
Requesting orbital.
Although I'm gonna say it's a waste because I'm pretty sure she's a singer. But like with a last name Keys, she could have been like a piano player. How smooth would it be to be a piano player and your name be Keys? Like that's a missed opportunity right there. Like she should have gone for it and been a piano player. Come on, hit it. Like if I had the opportunity, I would definitely have learned the piano if my last name was Keys. Like capitalize on it.
How'd you like to chase for freedom?
She does play the piano? I thought she was just a singer. Well, look at that. It's one of those, it's meant to be, right? So does that mean her name's not actually Alicia Keys? Is that like a stage name and she chose that because she plays the piano?
Freedom's purity secured.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my pop culture knowledge is painful. That's not her real name. Okay, well then I guess that makes sense that if her last name is Keys and she's a piano player, it's because she made that up. It's like Jimmy Pesto from Bob's Burgers, who makes Italian food. His name's not actually Pesto, but he changed it that to make it more Italian sounding, right? Like sort of like that. You dropped your phone and now it has a crack in it? Hopefully it's not too big of a crack, because cracked phone is like one of the worst things ever, right? Those $1,000 to replace, that's awful. Or it's a good excuse to upgrade, you know? Glass half full, glass half empty sort of thing.
Say hello to democracy. Freedom forever.
All right, let's blow all these things up. Goodbye. See ya. I can't quite... Oh, maybe I can see. Yes, destroyed that. Nice. So let's see, we're learning today. We're learning with Waffles. We're learning about Alicia Keys. We're learning about Pamela Anderson. We're learning about Gwen Stefani. Oh, I can name a Gwen Stefani song, though. I know one Gwen Stefani song, I'm pretty sure, and that is Bubble Pop Electric. Don't know how I know that song, but I do know the existence of that song, so I can at least name one Gwen Stefani song. Also in the genre of music, I know kids these days don't know this, but how absolutely mind-blowing is it that the Black Eyed Peas in the aughts, they released Let's Get It Started in Here, but that's the censored version, and how many people don't know that Let's Get It Started in Here is a censored version of a way more offensive song. Of all her songs, you know, Bubble Pop Electric, yes. So my brother had the weirdest like collection and assortment of music and anime. So all of my music and anime came from from him. Whatever he had on the computer was what I would listen to and what I would see. And that was, if you put like random on the playlist, the iTunes playlist, that one came up all the time, the Bubble Pop Electric. So that is how I know that song, because I've listened to it like 100 times, because it would just pop up. And it was such a weird assortment of music too. Like, it would be like, here's Bubble Pop Electric by Gwen Stefani, and then here's Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force, and then here's some Ursher music, and then here's some classical music. Here's Fur Elise by Beethoven. So it was such an odd assortment of music. It's no wonder that my musical taste is absolute garbage, because that would be on like just the random shuffle. Is here's Papa Roach, followed by Tiptoe Through the Tulips, followed by, the only thing I wouldn't listen to is the Beatles. As you all know, I am a certified Beatles hater. I very much dislike the Beatles, so I'm pretty sure he had a few albums there, but that's pretty much the only thing I would skip. Then Adam Sandler albums, really enjoyed, the Adam Sandler album was always funny to listen to. Sounds like his taste was okay. It was until he got really into techno music. To this day, I cannot stand DJ Tiesto songs anymore. Just on repeat. Darude Sandstorm is okay, though.
Calling in reinforcements. Calling in reinforcements.
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Reporting to
Alright,
the front.
that's destroyed. There is one song, though. There's one song I have never been able to track down that I desperately want to find because I remember loving it. I have never found a single other person in the world who's ever heard the song, and I don't even know if it was like actually like a real song, or if it was just like some, because my cousin showed it to me, and my cousin, his music was all like music just sitting on an Xbox 360 back in the day. I have no idea where he got it from. I'm pretty sure he didn't buy CDs, so I don't think this was like an actual band, but rather just like some, like the old, like before SoundCloud existed. I'm pretty sure this is like a SoundCloud rapper before SoundCloud exists, like some dude who just had a microphone and recorded music, and he made an absolute banger. And he was this terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger accent singing into a microphone, and it was catchy and it was good, and I can't find it. And he just sat there and was just like, "Oh, get out of here, get down, get out of here, get down, get out of here, get down, get to the chopper, do it now." And I cannot find that song anywhere on the internet, but if I could find that song again, I cannot tell you the happiness it would bring me, because that song to me screams sitting in your mom's basement at 3 o'clock in the morning drinking Mountain Dew and playing Halo. Like that is childhood right there for me. You make me feel like I could crush Pop Jeopardy. Probably. Anyone could do better on Jeopardy than me. That is a certified fact. Someday I will find that song again. Knock those out of the air, crush a few bots. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, we're on fire. We're running. We're running. Actually, you know what would be funny? You know what would be super funny is if you play music on your stream, you'll sometimes get like copyright strikes and say, "Hey, this person says you don't own the rights to those music, so you played lyrics you weren't of." You know how funny it would be if YouTube copyright struck me for what I was just saying and said, "Oh, here's that song you were just talking about." You know how awesome it would be like to find that song because YouTube says, "Hey, we're copyright striking you for saying get out of here, get down." I would actually thoroughly enjoy that if that's how I learned the name of that song from like 2007.
Engaging terminal. Hell bomb arms. Clear the area.
Bots, southeast.
All right, reload. That's a song by Metallica. Or I guess an album, or maybe both. Load and Reload, which this is I always loved Metallica growing up, and then I found out I don't actually like Metallica. I like their covers of everything else, because my favorite Metallica albums growing up were Load and Reload, which I didn't realize were all songs by other artists that they were covering. So like all my favorite Metallica songs really belong to other artists. Like Whiskey in the Jar was a Thin Lizzy song. I think that's Thin Lizzy. Trying to think of the other songs on the album, and now I can't. And then they came out with Saint Anger, which is my favorite Metallica album by far, which also makes everyone know that I'm, quote, a poser or not a real Metallica fan, because that is the most hated album. But I stand by Saint Anger was the most artistic album they ever made, and a beautiful piece of work. And I just ran right into that landmine. I didn't even see it.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Like, it was so raw, and I know that people hate the drum. Like, yeah, I can see the snare drums getting a little annoying, but like, it was raw. It was actual art. It was someone struggling with addiction and all those sort of things who was putting it all out into the microphone, as opposed to like Eminem's album when he did the what is it, the Rehab album, the Medicine album, like was the worst of Slim Shady. The song is okay. The album is basic Metallica trash. Saint Anger or Load and Reload. Cause Frantic, Saint Anger, great songs. I can't remember the name of the other one.
Extraction is available.
I'm blanking on names. It's a good album. It's a solid album. There are very few albums that exist that I would listen to like the entire album from start to finish, and Saint Anger is one of those albums that I would listen to from start to finish. But like all the big bands that people will tell you, like, oh, Pink Floyd The Wall is a perfect album, you can listen to it from start to finish. Like, there's 2 good songs on Pink Floyd The Wall, and that's being generous, right? Like, it's overhyped. There are very few albums that are actually so good that you could listen to them all the way through from start to finish and enjoy it from start to finish. Couldn't find the song. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not by an actual artist. I'm fairly certain that it was just some dude sitting in his basement making an Arnold Schwarzenegger song, and so it doesn't exist anymore because it existed on a bootleg CD from 2006. Like, I'm fairly certain that it's not actually like an album you can go out and buy. I'll tell you two songs that have been stuck in my head though for the last 2 weeks. The Who, not the Who like the WHO who played the Super Bowl. The Who HU, who is a Mongolian throat singing band, did a song with I'm gonna mess up his name, Jacoby Shaddix, the lead singer from Papa Roach, and that song Wolf Totem, that is awesome. And then the other song that's been stuck in my head is, I'm pretty sure it's a TikTok song or YouTube song, Three Kobolds in a Trench Coat. That's been stuck in my head on loop for quite a while now. But if you haven't heard Wolf Totem by The Who, it is a very, very awesome song. The only problem is that when you say The Who, everyone thinks of the other Who again, like, I don't think I could name a single song from the Who, the WHO, except for, I'm pretty sure, didn't they do like the Who Are You song? Like that, I'm pretty sure that's their song, so I guess I could name one song by The Who. But when you're talking about the other Who, it gets confused with The Who, and that's obviously a problem. And now he lives in infamy within this VOD. That is, someday I hope to be famous enough that I can go on TV and I can do that. And some dude who's like 80-year-old at that point will be like, I did that song. I remember that. I can't believe I had a fan back in 2007. I don't like The Who. I couldn't tell you a single person who says they like The Who, and yet they're like this huge rock band that everyone knows. He did only have one fan. 2 fans. My cousin listened to him too, so you know. 2 fans. And having 2 fans is like you're halfway to being ICP at that point. Gonna go feed the ducks today. Exciting.
There's nothing sweeter.
Very exciting. As my system locks up. Come on, computer. Come on, you can do it. Don't break. Excuse me. All right. I know it's a little bit early. Usually I'd stream for another half an hour, but I've got a lot of chores I gotta go do before work today. And make some breakfast because I've been fasting for the last 2 days, so I am very hungry. So let's end with our prayer as always and get ready for our Wednesday day. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, today we just want to say that we love you. We love you, God. I don't think we say that enough. I was listening to a priest yesterday who brought that up. We say thank you. We thank you for all of our blessings, but we simply don't say that we love you enough. So I want to begin by saying that. And I want to pray for thanks and for the health of the Pope. The Pope seems to be doing better, so thank you for helping the Holy Father to recover from his illness. Today we pray for all the people who are struggling with poverty, struggling with hunger, struggling with not meeting their financial needs, with not having enough. Lord, help them and help us, their brothers and sisters in Christ, to see those needs in our community and provide for them, provide them food, provide them shelter, provide them clothing, provide them all the things that they need. We pray for all the people who are politicians, who are in government, who are making decisions, help to guide them towards peace and helping all people to come together for a good and prosperous earth rather than war. We pray for all the people who are sick, who are in the hospital, who have illness. Lord, help them to recover. And finally, we pray for those souls in purgatory, those souls who have been forgotten, those souls who have no one else to pray for them, those souls who are alone. Lord, help them to be brought home into your arms. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching today. I will be back at it on Friday. We have been good about sticking to the schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I am going to go do some chores, make some breakfast, and go to work. I hope you all have a blessed day, and we will see you again on Friday, bright and early. Thank you, and have a blessed day.